right, let's start this off, y'all.
Ayo, Fat Tony here for Fat Tony's Debt Reduction Services. If you've got credit card debt, back taxes, student loans, second mortgage, we're here to help. By putting you into life-threatening situations, Fat Tony's Debt Services gives you the motivation you need to get the fucking money. Like Dan from Colorado. Dan, you owe $2,000 on your credit card. You got 24 hours to give me the fucking money, or I'm gonna come over there and break your fucking legs, eh? Or Carol from Utah. Hey Carol, it's Fat Tony. You got that student loan debt. Where's my fucking money? You got until the end of the week or I'm gonna kill your fucking dog. But don't take my word for it. Here's it straight from the horse's mouth.
Fat Tony Debt Services gave me the motivation I needed to get the money to pay off my debt. I'm definitely going to pay off that IRS bill tomorrow.
I hope you
Somebody
got
call
my
for help.
fucking money.
They're in my house. He's going to break my fingers.
There he is. So what are you waiting for? Call Fat Tony to take care of your debt problems, or I'll come over there and shoot you in the fucking hands.
Welcome to the Broke Otaku podcast. My name is AJ. With me is Marcus, a.k.a. the Stork Woodborks. And Alan, a.k.a. Sir Albert Biddlebettine.
Try Biddlebettine brand tampons. They'll keep you fresh and dry.
Ew.
Yeah, that's gross. Why do I always skew on the side of gross?
I don't know. I guess the same reason I always skew on the side of absurdity. Or
Should we tell them what's going on tonight, or wait for them to figure it out?
I think they should figure it out. And if
They'll figure it out soon enough.
And if they do figure it out and tell us,
How about if you don't figure it out, if you don't know by the end of the first round of the game, you probably already know. But if you don't know, then call your mom and ask her for help.
or you can tell us at the Broke Otaku podcast Twitter.
Yes, the first one to tell us gets a cheeseburger. I'm gonna mail a cheeseburger to your house.
Freshly mailed cheeseburger. You don't know nothing about that.
You never had it. Don't knock it till you try it.
Don't.
It's very okay.
Anyway, we got a
So-
game.
We're playing a game called Guess Who Whooped Your Ass?
Guess who whooped your ass? And in this game, it's like Guess Who. And for those of you who were like born yesterday or like circa 2000 or something crazy like that.
Now, guess who came back, man? They got crazy with it. They got they got a whole new roster. You got interchangeable rosters.
Oh, snap.
Hot swaps. Yeah. You pull a sheet out and put a new sheet in, you got all new people. It's crazy.
Dope.
It ain't your daddy's Guess Who.
This ain't your daddy.
But this is.
But this is because we're your daddy, I guess.
Because your dad played Marvel vs. Capcom 2, and that's the list we're going off.
Exactly. You're playing Guess Who, Marvel vs. Capcom 2. And how we're going to do it is you play it like the regular game, except we're playing it with Marvel vs. Capcom 2 characters. But the questions we ask can only deal with their physical appearance as seen in the selection screen in the game. So we can't ask stuff like, does this person do a Hadouken? Or does
he have a shield with a star on it?
Yeah, or something like that. You know what I mean? So that's going to be our game, and it's going to be awesome, and we're going to see who wins. So do you have your first person? Do you know who your first person is?
I do. Yeah, do you got yours?
Yes. Yes, I do. Does your person wear a helmet?
No. Does your person? No, I was gonna ask. Does your person wear something on their head?
I have to actually look at the picture. No.
All right, Jeez, I need a thicker pen. This isn't gonna work.
Effing pens, man. Pens used to be good. Now they suck.
All right, you do not wear something on your head?
I do not wear anything on my head.
That's a lot of people. Oh my goodness. I'm going to be spending all day just crossing
And you
these
know
dudes
what?
off.
Just for the sake of not being called a cheater, when you realize who my person is, I'm saying I do not wear something on my head.
Okay, well,
That's all I'm going to
Jesus.
say.
You do not wear something.
Right.
Okay. Maybe it's part of your head. Maybe you're Mega Man. Maybe you're not.
I don't know, but
There's a lot of edge
but it's my
cases
turn,
here.
But it's my turn, so shut
It
up.
is your turn. Do it.
Do you wear a mask?
I do not.
No, man.
Do you have a beard?
No.
I think that was a bad question.
You just asked it without thinking about it.
I was like, there's got to be at least... No, there's like one.
There's nobody in this game. That's actually
Zangief has a beard.
That's kind of fucked up now that I think about it. How come there's so little facial hair in this game? I never thought about that before.
I just realized
This game been out for 80 years, and I never thought about that.
I just realized there's Wolverine and Weapon X or something. There's 2 Wolverines on this goddamn select screen. So no picking Wolverine if you did. Start over. Whose turn is it?
I asked about the mask. You asked facial hair, so it's my turn.
I did beard. Yeah, it's your turn.
Okay, yeah, it's my turn. All right. Does your person or not person, does your entity, appear to be human? Appear to be human. Might not be, but appear to be.
Yes. Are you a robot?
No.
Okay.
All right.
Cross you off, and I think that's it.
Does your person
For robo folks.
Does your person suffer from enlarged memory glands?
No. Is your person female?
Yes.
Aha.
See,
Bye
you went
to
for the
you.
low blow.
Bye to you. Had to. It was getting dire.
Well, is your person male?
Yes.
Yeah.
Scribble all these.
Take you for a ride.
motherfuckers.
Boy!
Yeah. There are some gender neutral characters, non-gendered,
This is true.
so that's fun.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, are you a member of the...
You can't ask that.
I'm not. This is more specific
Okay.
than which team you're on.
Okay. Does it have to do
Are
with
you-
the picture, though? What
Damn
you
it.
can see in the picture.
Does your hair reach below your neck?
Yes.
Okay. That was a pretty good one. All right, I think I'm pretty close here. I think I'm down to
All
like
right. You're a human,
4.
you're a male, you don't wear a mask or a helmet, and you don't have tits, so yeah, you're male. That doesn't matter.
No breasts.
Is your character this is cheating facing left?
There is that is about the same as asking
It is. If you don't
which team.
If you don't want me to ask that, I can ask a different question.
No, that's fine. They're facing. Wait, which way?
I said
You have to
left.
Ask it as a yes or no question.
Yeah, I
Facing
said-
to the left? No, my person
It's not facing
Not.
left. All right.
not facing left.
Okay.
Unless I'll tell you unless after it's over.
Okay.
Because it is a feature of this character that he could be doing something. Are you Morgan from Darkstalkers?
Fuck. Yes.
Yeah, I knew it.
Who are you?
Look, yeah. I am Dowsum.
Dawson.
So he could be, being a yoga master that he is, he could be floating upside down and facing left, and then they just turned it around. Whatever, it doesn't matter. I win. All right, round 1 goes to me.
Round 1 goes to you. All right. We'll edit this right here because I'm going to put this into a program. All right, I got my second person. I know what's up.
All right, you go first.
All right. Your person, Guile.
You're on a roll, man. You got this.
Hey, man, how dope would that have been if I was right, though?
Yeah, I always want to do the pot shot first just to see because it's only one question.
Yeah.
But it can make all the difference.
It can make all the difference.
You wasted your first question. Are you ready for this? This is going to knock your socks off.
What?
Does your character portrait have green in it?
It doesn't.
Cool. That eliminates like 5 people for me, which I think is pretty good. Oh, 5. No, 4, 5, 6.
Well, you know what? I'll answer that by asking, does your portrait have blue in it?
No. Does yours?
No. All right, you have to give me
more.
You have to give me a second.
That's some more.
Since you want to ask the question all fast. The only weird thing about this is like there are some shades in here that it's like
yeah, well, like Venom, I wouldn't call that blue, even though it's like technically blue-ish.
Okay, so that's how we're doing.
Shade.
We're using our prior knowledge of what the character designs are like.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's obvious. Like, I mean, I guess.
See, now this whole thing is turned into like the.
Now we're getting in the weeds.
Yeah, the definition of blue. So yeah, we'll figure this out. Okay, is Salak blue? Or is that?
Nope.
You're gonna call that purple?
But Cyclops is.
All right. I think I got.
And if you're wondering what this has to do with anime, the answer is fuck you.
Hey man, anime people be playing fucking video games.
Yeah, man.
And there's been plenty of
especially the black ones.
It's true. And especially
that's the overlap.
That's the
Sorry,
overlap. And there's been multiple Street Fighter anime anyway, so eat a dick, everybody.
Yeah, and there's been other shit too.
All right.
Cool. Whose turn is it? I forget. I think it's your turn.
Is it? Okay.
I think so, because I asked about blue and then we went on a tangent.
We did go on a hyper tangent. It was crazy. Does your character have the short hair?
I'm gonna say no.
Okay. But that means they could have no hair too.
It's true. It's true.
See, I gotta ask better questions.
All right. Does your character have anything on their eyes?
No.
All right.
In your character's image. Now that's a stupid question. I don't want that question.
Do it. That's why we're here, is for the stupid questions. Everybody knows the smart questions.
You just want that because you want to win.
No, I don't. I really want to hear what your stupid question is.
No, I'm not asking it.
I want to know
it's too dumb.
What you think a stupid question is, so I can get to know you better and use it to crush you.
Well, I'm not asking it, so it's too bad. You're gonna have to like just wallow in misery as you just
always do this.
It's my favorite. All right, think of a mother effing question, you piece of shit. Is your character super buff? Like super buff?
No.
All right. So
is your character a dude?
Yep.
Good. Actually, not good, but expected. We're getting there. We're getting there.
Is your character a bipedal being?
I'm gonna say no.
You're gonna say no.
I'm gonna say no.
Okay. I don't like how you're answering that, though.
That really narrows it down.
It does. You're saying it, though, like you could have lied about it without a guilty conscience.
Well, you could argue, but I'm not gonna argue. I'm just gonna say no.
Okay.
All right, I feel like you probably got me, but wait. Does your character wear a headband?
Yes.
I knew it. I knew it. I fucking knew it.
All right.
No headband, no headband, no headband. Fuck out of here. With your no headband
Fuck
wearing
outta
asses.
here. Get the fuck out of here.
Oh, the question is, does Hayato's big metal plate on his forehead count as a headband?
Exactly.
That is the question.
Let's say for our purposes, it does count as a headband.
Okay. All right.
Uh,
I know who you are, I'm pretty sure.
At some point, I just started crossing people out without thinking about it.
That idle hands just doing shit.
Yeah. All right, so I'm just going to guess. F it. Are you Shuma Gorath?
I am, and I could have argued
Yes.
that he walks around on two tentacles, but
I don't think
wasn't.
that's true, though.
That was a good question. Nah, he might walk around on four in his walk animation.
You were going to pull that bullshit like sometimes he walks on two.
Yeah, I mean that's true. It's not bullshit.
Well, here's the thing about that. The thing about that is that's not bipedal, though. Just because he is walking on two doesn't mean he only has two peds.
Fine. Well, good thing I said no.
Yeah. Who was I?
You're Jin.
Nope.
You're Ryu.
No.
Fucking what? You're Hayato then.
Nope.
Wait, who's left? Are you Ken?
No. Ken
Who
wore
has a
no
headband?
Freaking Omega Red, dude.
Oh my god. He was down there. I didn't cross him out. He's down in the corner. I just didn't consider him. I didn't consider that headband territory.
Yeah, it is. It definitely
He's got
is.
more. I guess, yeah. It kind of looks like a. Hold on, let me Control Z and remove my big red line. Yeah, I mean, it kind of looks like he could have like a metal face or a mask or something, but.
Understandable.
Like
all of those things are understandable, but yeah, he's,
all right,
he's
good,
definitely got.
Good get.
Yeah.
Good
Yeah,
job.
yeah.
Now we have to do round 3 because.
All right,
It's
round
tied at
3,
1.
bonus round. Any
Bonus
question about the character goes. You don't have to.
Okay.
You don't just have to lean on what their picture looks like. You can ask anything. Anything.
It's time to test your deep knowledge.
Yeah.
Is your character's mother related to the main villain of X-Men issue number 348, chapter 2?
I can answer that question confidently. I don't know.
No is also an acceptable answer.
It's it's no. It's
Judges, we would have also accepted no.
No.
Hold on, let me rethink my pick
All right.
for 5 seconds. 5, 4.
Rethink
Okay,
your pick.
I'm just gonna stick with it.
Rethink your pick. You gotta pick it good.
You piece of shit! Don't you know how to play the game? You won the last round, so I'm gonna go first.
Do it.
Suck it. Do you have
You all
a
right?
weapon in your hand? Do you have a weapon that is held in your hand?
Nope.
Okay. I don't mean like default like Cable pulls out spears and shit.
Right.
So that counts. I just made this hard for myself. Now I gotta like think about everybody.
Well, Cable has a
Okay.
gun. So he carries a
He's
weapon.
also got a spear. What is it? Scimitar.
I mean, yeah, like he summons that.
Yeah, but it's in his hand.
But it doesn't matter. He was a bad example anyway because he has a gun. So, regardless, he
Yeah.
carries a weapon.
Cool. This is not as good a question as I thought it had been. Plus I
Well,
don't
it's my
know.
turn anyway, you chump.
Yeah, do it. Do it.
It's such a good soundtrack.
It is. This is one
Um,
of the best soundtracks in gaming. If you don't know,
Can you?
you don't have to play. You don't even have to play the game. Just go on Spotify and listen to it.
It's true. Do it. Marvel vs. Capcom 2. Throwback
Welcome.
goodness. New Age of Heroes. Anyway, can your character fly?
Yes, that's a really good question.
Hell yeah, it is, you piece of crap.
Is your character a villain?
Oh, I don't know.
You don't know.
I don't know, actually.
Okay, well that eliminates.
I don't think so. I'm going to go ahead and say no.
That actually is a really good question because it gets rid of all the obvious villains and all the obvious good guys.
Yeah.
You don't know. Okay.
You said your character can fly, right?
Can fly, is able
All right.
to fly.
Man, I got to X out a bunch of you mofos. That question was dope.
Fantastic. Is your character one of the 3 originals that Capcom added to the
Hey,
game?
man, you just asked me about the villains. This is my turn.
Sorry.
you over
I got
eager.
excited.
Over eager mother.
You were taking too long to cross out your shit.
I'm still crossing them out because there's too many efforts. There's too many efforts on here that can't
Hold
fly.
on. I'm still crossing out I'm crossing out the good guys now.
All
'Cause
right,
the
hold
bad
up.
guys,
I'm
you are
almost done. I promise.
Okay.
All right, your turn. What you got?
Damn it.
Damn it!
God damn it. Is your person a human?
Yeah,
Okay.
I forgot who my person was because I had to cover him up.
You stupid son of a bitch. I'm gonna say Felicia is not human.
I don't know
That's
what
not a
Felicia
human.
is. Felicia's a guilty pleasure. That's what she is.
Yeah, you're right. You're right about that. Felicia fan art? Yeah, I'm gonna click it.
It's like, well, god damn it. Of course.
I'm
Yes.
not gonna. Yeah. Especially
Felicia's
if
the
there's a
reason.
thumbnail.
Felicia's the reason incognito mode was was invented.
They were calling it Felicia mode for a while, but
Yeah.
okay.
All right.
Is your character one? Never mind. I don't think I want to ask that question anymore because I got 2 out of 3 crossed off. Does your person wear something on their head?
Yes.
Bringing it back.
Yep.
It back. All right. Goodbye. Does glasses count?
Glasses counts. That's wearing something on your head.
Okay. Okay. Getting down to it. You might have something on your head, but I don't care. Oh man.
Would your person be familiar with or associated with the song that goes doom doom doo 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 Would they be associated with that?
Yes, they would. Your Honor.
Yeah. That's the X-Men 90s cartoon theme for all you babies out there.
Are you little bitch babies? Get your
God.
trivia, trivia right.
Why
I
you
threw a
so-
maze on here?
Why you
without
so?
trying?
That's awesome. Can you solve it?
Hold on. No, it's unsolvable. Shoot, I got too many loose ends, and my scribbles are are ugly. I'm confusing myself here. All right, do you have mutant powers?
No.
That was a dumb question.
Oh man, I'm sorry. I think I'm gonna just trounce you this time. All right.
All right, go ahead. I'm ready for it.
Does your person? Can I see your person's face?
Yes.
Okay. I'll make it a little easier for you. That only gets rid of one.
Is your person female?
No.
Scratch you. Scratch you. Okay. I think it's your turn.
Okay. Does your person? Was your person played ever portrayed in a movie by Halle Berry?
No.
Okay.
Is your person... If you pick the same dude as me, we're going to fight. Is your person Charlie Nash?
No.
Okay.
Is that his last name?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yep.
Does your person have an affinity for Cajun cuisine, if you know what I mean?
No.
And
Shall.
I'm not asking if they're Cajun. I'm asking if they have a taste for the Cajun, if you know what I mean.
I think I do know what you mean. I'm still gonna say no.
Okay.
Does she like a little spice on the kebab? She doesn't want any shrimps on the Barbie, if you know what I mean.
Does she like to take a ride on the bayou?
Does she like men who wield bow staves? If you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm. Does she like to gamble with Gambit?
Is your character grayscale in their appearance?
Grayscale? Oh, you mean color-wise?
Yeah, does your character have grayscale colors?
I mean, I can't, yeah?
Only have grayscale. That was a bad question.
Are you asking, do they have no chromatic element?
Yes. Do they have no color on there?
No, that's not the case.
I'm getting into the weeds here.
All right. Is it Magneto?
Nope.
It's not?
Nope.
All right, well, then at some point...
Saltine. Are you a Mingo?
No.
Damn.
All right, well, I don't know who you are then because I did my things wrong.
Perfect. Final round. Bullshit.
Well, the two main questions is they're affiliated with the X-Men theme and they cannot fly, right?
No, they can fly. You asked.
Oh yeah, sorry, they can fly.
Yes.
They can fly. All right. So then, who the hell would it be?
Maybe somebody can fly and you don't know it.
Man, maybe you a bitch. All right, go ahead. It's your turn.
Is it?
Is it? Hold on.
You asked if I was Magneto.
Wait, you just asked. Yeah, I said.
I asked if you were a Mingo. Which happened first?
Oh no! You're right. You did ask if I was a Mingo. No, you're Ice Beam. Ice Beam.
I don't know if he can fly, but I'm not.
He's not.
Nah, he's not. I'm not. He isn't, and we ain't.
All right, see, you on some bullshit. You
Are
acting like somebody can fly that can't.
Are you Iron Man?
No.
Damn it. Well, I'm fucked up then. This is hilarious.
This was supposed to be the easy round because we get to ask whatever question.
This is muddy the waters.
Yeah, because it's all subjective now.
What the hell did I ask? Where did I go wrong?
Oh shit!
All right, how about one more question each, and then we call
all right,
it
one more question
ultimate
each, and then we do
losers.
like a Hail Mary guess for each
Okay.
of us. All right. Well, god damn it.
I don't even know.
My last question is: your character, fuck.
I'll give you a hint.
You
and
on
you
some
need to give me a hint.
bullshit? All right, if you give me a hint, I'll give you a hint. Yeah.
My character appears in the intro of the show with which it is affiliated with the awesome music.
He appears in the entrance. Okay.
That's a good hint because
okay.
you're probably not going to think about what it really is.
Okay.
Throw you off. It's going to throw you off.
All right.
the
Well,
scent.
that's the hint. Do I still get my one question, or do I have to guess now?
I don't know. Whatever you want.
All right. Let's do a guess. I'll give you a hint, and then you have to guess.
Okay.
So, are you Sentinel?
Yes, I'm Sentinel.
Okay. So why the hell did I cross him out?
I don't know. I thought you had me. You had flying X-Men beam weapons.
Yeah, no. So that must have been one of the characters when we were having our blue discussion. I just started going off.
Maybe.
And like punched him out. All right, so I got to give you a hint. I got to give you a good one too. Okay. This character, and you guessed Mingo and Charlie. Okay, so you're on the right side. Let's see what's a good hint. Okay, I got one for you. This character, this is a video game character that appears
They're all video game
No. Like known for being like is an original video game character. Like none of the X-Men people are originally video game characters. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's what I mean. Like this is an originally made for video games guy. That only appears in one other game that's not a part of a franchise or anything. It's just like one weird game that I've never played.
Is it Captain Commando?
No.
Okay.
Captain Commando is in a bunch of F-Zero games, right? No, Captain Commando is not F-Zero.
You're thinking Captain
I'm
Falcon,
thinking Captain Falcon.
on that Nintendo shit, and we in Capcom land over here. Ain't no Mario Sunshine when she's gone.
No, my character was Jean.
Jean. I should have. How did I cross him out? Wait. I said I might have crossed him out when there was something on his head.
Probably, and he definitely has a headband on.
Yeah. Shoot, why did I do that?
And that's why I freaked out when you were like, are they grayscale? Because I was like, I mean, he kind of is, but he has a little bit of red.
Well, he's got brown hair too. So
well, yeah, I mean that's true.
I was looking at War Machine when I asked the grayscale question. Grayscale question. All right. Well, that game was fun for me, so that means it's probably less fun for you, which means it sucks.
I won. What do you mean it's less fun for me?
No, I mean the listener.
Oh, the listeners. Well,
of course you had fun. You won.
Well, it's like, hey, you know what? Here's what you do. If that wasn't fun, play it with your friends, and then it'll be more
if you were
fun.
following along at home, don't do that. Why did you do that? That was a bad idea. What you do is you get your friends, and you play with them, and you do what I'm about to do right now. Crack a cold one.
Crack a cold one. Only if you're of age, though. All right?
This is a non-alcoholic beverage, so you crack whatever cold ones, or crack a cold 2. Crack a cold 7. Okay?
Crack them
Go
all.
nuts. If ever there was a time to do dumb shit for no reason, now is the time, because Nothing matters anymore.
Because it's the end of the fucking world.
Yeah, you guys, you thought you weren't gonna live to see it, and here you are. Oh, why did any of us have kids? Anyway. All right, I'm about to segue hard. Are you ready for this? We played this game. Where were we when we used to play the shit out of this game? Where were we in our lives?
We were in high school, bro.
Yeah. And guess what we watched this week, everybody?
Oh, Marcus. Goblet High School.
Goblet High School. Wait, we're talking about the god of high school, right? You're not going on Harry Potter on me, are you?
Wait, what? No, dude, I thought we said we were going to watch Goblet High School. I even said it in the chat. I was like, you watched Goblet High School, right? And you
I'm going to
like,
Google that right now to make sure you're not fucking with me, and I'm going to be so upset if it's a real thing. Okay, I got Team Goebbels Public School.
Not. I'm fucking with you. Yes, God of High School.
No, I knew you were fucking with me, but still, don't do that.
That would have been funny if it was real, and I actually did watch it. It was just like some super strange shit.
Now you've been reading Harry Potter, so I thought it was the crossover event of the apocalypse.
Oh man, how dope would it be if they did a Harry Potter anime?
Actually, that I might actually check out, because I didn't go down the Harry Potter rabbit hole. So that would be like a little dabbling that I'd like a one-off self-contained thing that I would allow myself.
You would consider,
but,
yes. Over reading thousands of pages. But anyway, yes, God of High School.
We got the new hotness. We've done the throwbacks. We've done the favorites. We've done our origin stories. This week we wanted to bring it back to 2020 with the new hotness. Mm-hmm. It's only 4 episodes in.
Mm-hmm.
It's brand fucking new.
Mm-hmm.
And it's here for you.
That's right.
We got a great cast of characters. We got Kick Guy.
Mm-hmm.
We got Big Punch Man. Mm-hmm. We got Sword Girl, Wooden Sword Girl.
Mm-hmm.
We got Nerd with a Baseball Bat.
Mm-hmm.
We got Curvaceous Wrestler Lady.
Yep.
All the favorites are here. So, what did you think, Marcus?
You forgot about super stereotypical eyes always closed Tai Chi dude, and then you forgot about super psychopath Kick Guy too.
I did, and I'm gonna pretend I remember those people.
How many episodes you watch?
I watched all 4, but
okay.
Anyway, continue.
So yeah. Anyways, did you ask me what I thought of it?
Yeah, what'd you think?
You know what? Overall, it's unfortunate. I thought it was alright. You know, I was like super excited because I remember when Crunchyroll had announced late. I can't remember if it was earlier this year or late last year, because time doesn't mean anything anymore. So right. I don't know when anything happened in my life. But at any rate, Crunchyroll had announced like 6 new original anime that were like exclusive to Crunchyroll. And this was one of them. And I remember of the 6, this and Tower of God I was super excited about. A, because they looked cool from what I saw in the trailer. And B, because these were the 2 that people had a lot of anticipation for that knew about them before they got an anime. Basically, both of those shows were webtoons, which for people that don't know are Korean, basically online comics.
Are all webtoons exclusively Korean?
I'm pretty sure, just because like I think the company Webtoon is the Korean company.
Oh, so you mean like of the company?
Well, it's like a Kleenex situation.
Right. Okay.
Where it's like the company and the name is sort of the same thing, because basically what a webtoon is it's like a webcomic that's specifically formatted for the eternal scroll of a phone. Most of the time people read them on their phones. So the format is like basically one cell stacked on top of another vertically. So all you do is continually scroll through the story. And that's what that's what God of High School was originally. But anyway, a lot of people were into it and liked it a whole bunch, and I was like, oh, it looks pretty cool. And I mean, the action in it didn't completely disappoint, and I'll extrapolate on that further in the conversation. But like the animation was cool when it needed to be, and the characters, there's a lot of fun humor in it, but the story kind of is like, I don't know what it's doing yet, and it's already 4 episodes in, so I'm kind of like, okay, like I think I'm gonna keep watching it, but I'm not hooked yet. And I was thinking I was gonna get hooked faster. What did you think?
I felt kind of the same way. I thought that most of the action was really well animated, and really fun to watch. Part of it, there are some things that just looked awkward. Like some of the rapid fire, consecutive punches or repeating, strikes, the fast strikes that you see a lot in anime. Some of those looked kind of weird, kind of awkward. I was being hypercritical of the first episode, and I actually noticed they do like this animation kind of, I don't know what you call it, not a montage, but like a bunch of stuff happening at the same time. Basically, it's all like inky silhouettes.
Yeah,
and they actually reused some of the assets from something that you see later.
Gotcha.
And they just kind of remixed it. So I was like, okay, they reused some stuff there, which I'm not mad at them. I thought it was clever, and I was mostly just proud of myself for noticing. But anyway, that's not really here nor there. But and then the characters are likable, but not. I don't know. They're kind of forgettable. They're likable, but they're forgettable.
Yeah, they don't feel like All right, I'm going to try to remember something that I said to Faith before about an anime that we were talking about. And I'm going to butcher it, but it was really good. If I can distill it into a saying, I need to write it down and keep it so I can use it for moments like these. But it was like the characters didn't possess their personalities. They were their personalities. Does that make any sense?
Not immediately.
Okay, so basically, that's not the nugget I need to distill it to. But basically what I mean is, like, there's a difference between a character that exhibits a personality and you think of that personality when you think of the character, but it's not completely that character. Like there's more to them. Like you as a person, if somebody was like, hey, what's Alan like? There are going to be a number of things that I say right off the top of my head, but I understand that you're more than that. You know what I mean?
Aw, thanks.
And so don't take it too personally. I still hate your guts. But just kidding. We're friends. So yeah, characters that you really, really like, I feel like are closer to that human dynamic. They're always going to be exaggerated, but you're always going to understand that, like, that's a part of a character's personality. Like Goku, you can say like, oh yeah, Goku's lighthearted and goofy, but he's also can get really, really angry too at the same time. And that's really strong in his personality too. So a character that just is their personality, but don't possess their personality, it's like, that's all they are. So like the main dude, what's his name?
Gene Morty.
Yeah, Gene Morty. Like, he's just like goofy and eats a lot and is tired, and that's kind of his character. And basically his whole reason for fighting is like, I want to fight a bunch of guys that are strong, and it's like, we haven't seen that before in anime. That's never happened.
And it's funny because I was like, oh, God of High School, like, what's this even going to be about? I had no preconceptions going in, and it's just this tournament. It's just a tournament arc. And it's called the God of High School Tournament. Go figure. But it's just an excuse for the action, and everybody wants to win for whatever reason.
Yeah.
One of the things I think is a good example of how the characters aren't really very meaty is the 4th episode, the last episode we got to see. Where the girl Mira, she has a wooden sword and she practices the moonlight sword style.
Yep.
The moonlight sword style is handed down by her father. She's the last, like, she's, she bears the burden of having to carry it on. And she gets proposed to by this guy, and he says, like, oh, he's rich and whatever, and like, I'll use my wealth and status to promote this style and it'll be known throughout the land. And she's willing to give up, the tournament in order to marry him to see this style live on, because it was her father's wish. But I feel like at that point in the story, like, we weren't invested enough in her for that choice to really matter.
No.
It was like they were trying to force that weight where, like, you need to develop her further before that choice, her making that choice is of consequence. So it was like they were trying to force that when they hadn't put in the work yet. So that was my observation.
Yeah, it was weird too, because this is third episode where you're still kind of establishing, like, who these characters actually are, their motivations and things like that. Which, I mean, their motivations were established super fast. They're all understandable, but, like, you don't, like you're saying, you don't feel the weight behind them. It's more like if we were given resumes of these characters and there was, like, part of the resume was to say, like, why are you fighting? And it's like, Jin Mori, I want to fight all kinds of strong guys. Mira, moonlight swordsmanship. And then other dude, I need money. It's like, all right, well, those are all good reasons. I understand them, but I don't understand how you relate to them that much just because, like, I didn't spend that much time with you. And then it was funny anyway because, like, even in the episode, I didn't even understand what was happening at first. Because it wasn't like this dude was gradually courting her and it was somebody that she knew from high school. He just showed up in his car and was like, I'm rich and I'm the representative of martial arts and you're meant to marry me. And then all of a sudden, like, the scene flashed, like, her talking to her little sister, like, you're going to get married. And I'm like, wait, what? Yeah. Like, I thought, like, we're not going to develop this crazy dude character at all, really?
Well, he ended up he's like a villain, I guess, so he was trying to...
Well, I get it. I get that. But
right.
but we don't know any of that stuff at the time. So for this dude to just come up to her and be like, we need to be married, and then all of a sudden it's being taken seriously, because I'm thinking like, okay, this is a fanboy that she got because she did so well in the preliminaries. And maybe this is going to be a thing that just happens with her where, like, dudes are just going to be falling at her feet and it's going to be a story arc that they build on. Well, they just, like, fast forwarded through that shit real fast. Like, and all of a sudden she was getting married. And so you're left not feeling that it's anything.
I thought they were faking us out because when they were talking about, like, oh, what dress are you going to wear and whatever, I was like, oh, they're doing a flashback. Like, they're just kids talking about when they get married. Like, she isn't really going to marry him. And then it ended up being real. And I was like, okay, sure.
Yeah.
So yeah, it just doesn't hit. It doesn't hit hard. What else?
Well, going along that line of thought, I think that's, like, one example of what this show is lacking for me in general. And I'll go back to talking about the fights where, like, it's almost like this show is like a recap of like, it's going to be a mini-series recap of a show that was like 40 episodes that happened like 5 years ago. Because so many things will happen in one episode where, like, you'll have this girl getting married and then there'll be some fights and then that'll get resolved. And then at the end of that episode, she has a fight again with this guy who, the super punch guy that I can't remember his name. They kind of became friends, but now they're already, like, he beat the shit out of her, like, in a way that was very...
Handaiwi?
Daiwi, yeah, I think that's his name. We're probably saying it wrong, but, you know, we're doing our best. Anyways, but yeah, so that episode, the episode where she's, like, thinking about getting married, goes through with it, and like to get to the altar, and then her friends stop it. She has this revelation, like, no, I gotta be true to myself. And then you have the scene where Daiwi like beats up some dudes that are talking about his friend in a bad way, that's like got cancer or whatever, and he's trying to raise the money to like so he can get treatments. And so then he fights the girl all pissed off because he's still carrying the trauma of like almost losing his friend, and them dudes making fun of that fact. And then it's supposed to be this heart-wrenching thing, like, no, he's fighting her in an unsportsmanlike way and like beating her up brutally, like more so than he has to. And it's like, yeah, but they're barely even friends though, because this is episode 4 and nothing's happened yet. Like, it's like a bunch of things happened, but nothing has happened, if that makes any sense.
Yeah,
like,
no, I feel you on that. Yeah, it's like they want us to be invested in these characters, but we're not quite there yet. And I'm honestly like, I thought they were going to make more of the wrestler girl. I thought they were going to do more with the, baseball bat nerd.
Yeah.
And they
which isn't even a martial art. Like,
yeah.
the dude just reads about other martial arts and then fights people with a bat.
All right, so I thought they were going to do more with those characters. Maybe they still will, but like as far as the tournament is concerned, is like they just got eliminated by these main 3 people. They got eliminated early. I guess this is just the regionals or whatever. They go on to the nationals if they win the local or whatever. But so I guess there'll be more jobbers later. But let's talk about the animation. There's a lot of the delayed hits where like, they jump towards each other and they, swing like 3 times, and then once, before they land, the blows pop and you see somebody get hit in 3 different places. There's a lot of like the delayed reaction or delayed effect kind of things, which I usually like, or I don't mind, but in this case, it just seemed like it wasn't. I don't know if they just did it too much,
yeah,
or if it just wasn't. It just didn't do it for me. I don't know. It bothered me a little bit.
Yeah, I think the problem is, there's no real build up, I guess, because it's like the first time you see it happen, it's kind of cool, but then they keep doing it, and they do it in situations where it's like, this isn't even a major fight or a major moment in a fight. There's no build up. There's no tension and release. It's like the fight starts happening and it looks cool. And it's dynamic and everything, but like the fight just kind of started and then somebody pulls the move out. And then you get to the point where people do that and then it doesn't have an effect. And it's like, we're already doing this. Like at this point, we're only like 2 or 3 episodes in, and we're doing these things already that usually are used for bigger fights and bigger, more intense moments. And it's just like, you're just fighting in the tournament right now.
Yeah.
That started episode 1. Like we were thrown, there wasn't even any build up to the tournament to establish like, this is God of High School. This is what it means to everybody. Like, let's go follow individual characters on their journeys to getting to this point. It's like, God of High School, go.
Yeah. And then, like, I don't know where these people got their skills from. I don't know why they're so good at what they do. I don't know if people have supernatural powers. Apparently there's a supernatural element to this show.
We haven't even gotten there yet.
Yeah, and like, okay, so like they're really good martial artists, but then there's also like some magic going on, but like people don't really think anything of it. So like, it really, the show kind of has an identity crisis, I think. It's got a problem with pacing and a problem with kind of exposition, I guess, or world building. Like, you don't really feel it. Just you don't feel like you're in a world. It just feels like a bunch of stuff happening.
Yeah.
Another thing that bothered me about the action was the blood. Like, sometimes it felt like there was blood when for things that didn't necessarily
Yep.
where it wasn't appropriate, and then where it would have
Yep.
been appropriate, there wasn't.
Yeah.
So that was a little bit of a clash for me. Like when Han is beating up Mira.
Yeah.
So yeah, like he just got bad news about his friend. I don't know, did his friend die?
No, I think. Well, we don't know if he did, but it seems like he was close, maybe closer than he had ever been.
I think he thought. I thought he had died, and that's why he finally, wasn't gonna put up with those dudes anymore, and he whooped them.
You
He
could
went into a fight.
Yeah, you could be right, but the way that I read it was that like he was going to visit his friend. There was obviously a crisis because all the nurses and stuff were freaking out, and he's sitting there like watching through the observation window as like things are going bad, and then it just kind of cut.
Yeah.
So
I guess it could have gone either way.
Exactly. So I can't say you're wrong, but the way that I took it was like, damn, things are getting bad. He needs this money. Like he's not getting it fast enough. Like his whole being is like obsessed with getting money for the better treatments.
Right.
So he just went back to his shift in a really shitty mood. And then
Yeah.
those three dudes come back again saying like, is your shitty friend dead? And it was the wrong day, basically, for those kind of
that makes more
comments.
sense because that's kind of his motivation. You don't want to like take that out too early, but then again, who knows what they would do in this show?
Yeah, who knows what this show would do? Because apparently, evil marionettes with death sides show up.
Yeah, and then like
point.
they have like stands all of a sudden. Like they got these big like I don't even really know what a stand is, but like I know when you got like a big monster that appears behind you.
Yeah,
like are they really there? Is that can everybody see? Like I just don't know what the rules of this world are.
Right. And here's the identity crisis thing. So I'm like you. I had no idea what the show was about, even though I knew it was coming out. But I watched the first episode, and the first episode it's on this island or whatever, and it's like these sleazy business guys making some sort of actually like I think they were part of a tabloid magazine or something. They were like charged with taking down some like influential person by writing a scandalous article about him or something. But anyway, so you're like, okay, I don't know what this has to do. Like, are these like executives of the God of High School tournament that are like doing bad stuff? Anyway, it doesn't really matter because like the island that they're getting massaged on with these girls ends up getting attacked by some weirdo random freak occurrence of nature that you then go back, you see that island later, and it looks like a big hand kind of like slapped it, and then there's like a cross on it. So it's like some occult magic shit happened to them, and you don't really know what that is. But as you watch the show, you come to find out that I guess the God of High School tournament is put on so they can find people that have this innate ability or something. So like our main guy is the guy that has it. So he gets challenged to a fight from like one of the heads. I forget what their titles are, but one of the
or something.
Yeah, one of the chairmen or something of the tournament. And then like that guy uses the quote unquote stand in the fight, and he freaks out, which it's like, we don't know if other people can see it, but he sure can, because he was freaking the fuck out.
Yeah.
Like running for his life, like trying not to get hit by this thing. And you're like, okay, so yeah, what is this show about? Is it about this tournament and friendships? Is it about this cult thing? Like, we don't really know. It is kind of all over the place. And when you were talking about like the identity being all over the place, the way that the main character is established is basically he wakes up late, and then he has this weird bike scene where he's like tearing through the town on his bike, going all super fast and like jumping high in the air, and they doing all this like crazy over exaggerated animation that he's riding through the town. And then he teams up with the girl to help a woman get her purse back that was nabbed. It's like, okay,
Yeah.
Like, I guess I don't know what that had to do with anything else that's going on, though.
Yeah. I mean, it was kind of introducing them, I guess, as being good people.
Yeah, I guess.
I mean, that's like the baseline of like any decency is like, would you help an old lady who got her purse snatched?
Yeah, and I mean, I guess it showcased their ability to be superhuman, but it wasn't even really like martial arts prowess that much.
Yeah,
I mean,
was just
I
like-
guess in the case of Mira, it was because she used her sword to help him steer his bike, maybe. But even if I just said that, that sounded stupid.
Yeah, I don't remember that exactly, but yeah, it was. The characters are just like shallow good, like they're just good, just because, and like they only become friends. Like, I don't know, it just seems very.
They live in the same direction from the tournament. Well, A, they all had the run in with like trying to get the thief, and then B, they live in the same direction away from the tournament, so they ended up walking home together, like every time they were leaving the arena.
Yeah, and it just felt very like kind of lazy. It was like, okay, she dropped her sword in the river. Okay, they're gonna help her look for it, and they're gonna smile at each other, and you get a little warm fuzzy. Like, all that's well and good, but it just doesn't, it doesn't have that sparkle, that uniqueness to it. It felt kind of generic,
Right.
But that's not to say it's not entertaining. You got 4 episodes to watch if you want a reasonably good time, some decent action.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Okay,
Definitely not a bad show.
Can we talk about the noses? Why do they all look like they have a cold?
Well, yeah, it's the noses and their ears. I don't know, man.
I didn't notice the ear. I hadn't got to the ears yet. I was still distracted by the noses.
Well, you're not going to be able to unsee it next time you watch it.
I did notice the shoulders when she had her shoulders exposed on the wedding dress. She, like, they all have these like polished cue ball. Her shoulders, but also like their noses. Their noses are like shiny and pink compared to the rest of them, which is like normal, anime skin tone. But I wonder if that's like a studio thing that they do, or what.
Yeah, I don't know. I wonder.
Did they do that in Attack on Titan?
No. I have an Attack on Titan poster that I'm looking at, and none of their noses are pink.
I feel like I've seen it somewhere else, though.
I'm sure I've seen it other places too. I think that's like a stylistic choice thing. It makes your characters maybe look a little more like flesh and blood, to insinuate that in those areas there's actually blood underneath the skin that you can see. Maybe that's the choice. I don't know. It's a little weird. It's odd. But yeah, so I want to talk more specifically about the fights, like I said I was going to and then didn't. But it's interesting to watch this as a person that really likes fight scenes. And when I say I like fight scenes, I really mean that I like the bare bones of what a fight scene is. So what I mean by that is, oftentimes when I hear people talk about fight scenes, when I'm watching like a YouTube video essay or something like that, people are always leaning on the idea that like what makes a good fight scene is a story. I'm like, no, a story makes a good story. You can have a good fight scene with a shit story. Like, you actually can.
Yeah,
and
which the show has, I would say.
And the reason, and my prime example of that is watch any kung fu movie. Like, watch any martial arts movie. Very few of them have very good stories. There's a handful that do. But some of the best, most interesting and clever choreography I've ever seen have been in kung fu movies or martial arts movies that ain't that good. But the choreography is so like intricate and so impressive that it's like, this fight scene is good, and it doesn't really matter what comes before or after it. Now, the story can make you more invested in a fight scene. This is true. and that can make it a more enjoyable experience. But a fight scene by itself can be really good regardless of what's going on around it. So I just want to say that theoretically a show like this shouldn't really need to have an awesome story for me to like it a whole bunch. But I was thinking about it, and I think what the problem with this show is that like the fights themselves, cool things happen in them, but I realize that the progression of a fight is important too, and not necessarily just the animation or just like little bits of choreography. So there are awesome moments in a lot of these fights, but like most of the fights are really quick and short.
They're quick, and they don't have like, there's no like rising tension. There's no like climactic moments. It's all just like, flaming tiger style strike,
right?
Flaming, tornado viper, like, and they're just like naming these moves. I'm just like, okay, this is a lot of stuff. They're just throwing shit at me, and like it's cool, but it also, there's no highs, or there's no peaks and valleys.
Exactly. Yeah. Like you don't actually allow the viewer to like get into the rhythm of what this fight is like, because each fight that you see, especially if it's a duel, two characters fighting and that's it, like you're supposed to get a certain feel for what this fight is going to be like, how these two individual characters fight, and what happens when their different styles and their different temperaments meet each other. And you're supposed to wonder to yourself like, oh man, like what's going to happen? I remember like that being a really fun thing about watching Fate Stay Night Unlimited Blade Works, because you have all the different characters called servants that fight, and they all have specific roles that they are basically. You have like a sword user, you have a spear user, have an archer, so on and so forth. So you can imagine in your head like, okay, what's it going to be like when these two entities clash, like this style versus this style, these set of proficiencies versus the other. And then they let the fight go, like it happens, and it's long and it's beautiful, and it ratchets up in its intensity. And then there are moments where there's like a standstill, there's a draw, and like you said, none of that in this. So it's like, okay, that exchange right there was cool, but as soon as you were about to develop it more, you like went over to this guy because it's a battle royale, and now he like hit 18 dudes. And then you go over to the wrestling girl, and then she body slammed a person. And now this person's like super high up in the air and threw a kick. And it's like, yeah, it all looks cool, but I haven't gotten into it yet. Nothing's lasting long enough.
Yeah. Another thing I enjoy in about anime is, and I don't know if they did this at all in this show now that I think about it, I'll have to go back and check, but the just the inner monologues of the characters, like, oh, he's stronger than I thought, or I guess they do that. They do say he's thinking. I mean, himself,
a
like,
little
I
bit,
underestimated him, but like watching them watching them figure each other out, no matter who it is, like two opponents, and hearing their thought process as they decide on what their strategy is going to be, I think is always interesting. If you or can be interesting if you make it interesting.
Yeah.
Like, but without that, it feels like something's missing.
Yeah, I mean, especially if your whole show is going to be about martial arts and these different styles coming together to figure out like who's the best of all of them. And one of the main characters is specifically talking about continuing her style. So it would be, you would think that it's a linchpin of the show to be built on, but you know what? It seems like that might not even be what the show is about. It could be about this crazy Stan clown cult.
Yeah, no, I think it is. I think it gets into that. Just looking at the wiki or the Wikipedia, apparently there's 3 realms. And basically there's a demon world.
Oh my god, of course.
And
of course.
Populated by mythical creatures such as dragons, minotaurs, and phoenixes. Which, yeah, they could have hinted at that more. All we've gotten so far is like glimpses of this like, you know, secret society or like cult, like dudes in hoods and like shadowy altars or temples.
Yeah,
and stuff.
we found out that the guy that wanted to marry Mira is one of those people.
Yeah. Yeah. So, God of High School. Did we have was there anything else?
I don't think so. I think those are the main areas. Oh, one small thing. What did you think about Crunchyroll's self-promotion?
I don't
Any
think I
opinion
noticed
of
it.
that?
I
Oh,
don't
you
think
didn't?
I noticed it. No.
Yeah, so like, you know how in any sort of like sporting event or whatever, they'll have like sponsors up.
Yeah, yeah.
Crunchyroll was like one of the sponsors.
Did they like
and they showed it multiple times.
Oh, okay. I didn't notice that.
Yeah, it'd be like on the side of the ring and like out like on the facade of the arena and
I
stuff.
probably
like
didn't
that.
think twice about it. Like, okay, I'm watching anime and I'm watching it on Crunchyroll, so
Yeah.
that's funny.
Yeah, I thought it was funny. I was like, that's kind of cheesy, but then
It's
at the
very
same time,
meta.
I was like, that's also kind of cool.
Yeah,
I'll give it to him. Whatever, that's fun.
there are worse things you could do.
There are worse things you could do. Yeah. You gonna keep watching it?
Probably not. Probably not. I don't know.
I wouldn't blame you, dude, because you're like on an Evangelion kick right now.
I'm gonna, yeah. I might let you watch a couple more if that's what you're gonna do, and let me know if it's worth continuing.
I think the only reason I'll keep watching it is just because I need to use my Crunchyroll.
Yeah.
Like I pay for it all the time, and I'll go months without using it just because like I'm either watching stuff on Netflix or Hulu or whatnot.
Yeah.
And B, like I'm current on it, and it's rare that I'm current on something.
Yeah,
so
I mean, I do like being there from the beginning and not having like, oh, you should watch this. This is like 100 episodes. I'm like,
Right.
No, but like, yeah, I can commit to an episode every
it's
week
like
or month or whatever, how often they come out.
Yeah, it's probably weekly, like 20 minutes a week. It's like, that's nothing.
Yeah, yeah.
So I'll probably just watch it just because I'm curious.
Now that I kind of know what to expect, I'm like, I could kind of half brain watch this, like not pay attention really to anything but the fights and just kind of see, get my action fix.
Yeah. We'll see. Well,
all right.
I don't know.
AJ's been awfully quiet.
Yeah,
this
that's what I was gonna
episode.
say. What'd you think, AJ?
Did you watch it?
Thanks for listening to the Broke Otaku podcast. If you want more awesomeness, that is at Broke Otaku for anime and manga deals, and at Broke Otaku Cast for podcast-related stuff, I guess. And if you want to follow us on Twitter on either of those handles, you can also check us out on YouTube, Broke Otaku. Just look for the Broke Otaku podcast. Check us out on iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, Google Podcasts. Google has like 20 podcasting apps. Just pick one and look for Broke Otaku on there. Spotify, all those things. It's all good. Tweet at us. We'll read your comments, your reviews on the show, and we'll have a good time doing it. And if you like what you hear, of course, leave a 5-star review. And if you don't, fuck off, I guess. I don't know. And that's all. We'll see you guys next time. Thanks for listening, and enjoy your time away from us for the next couple weeks. Bye-bye.
All right. So, see you next time and stuff.
Yeah, I guess. Like, yeah. See you. That's a weird ending, but see you guys.
All right. Yeah. Good night.
Oh, yeah.
Well.